Hey everyone, it's Yolanda. So let's chat junk journals. What do you say? New journals for the new year, 2019. I am working on mine. I started a couple days ago, just wanted to get something going. I was going back and forth with, was I going to buy one? Was I going to create one out of an old book and make signatures? And I just decided to go ahead and make a junk journal out of a composition book like I've done in the past. So I just wanted to share with you what I am doing. And then I have an idea for a video series for 2019, and I wanted just to talk about it and see what you guys think, just get some feedback. So I will go through this quickly because I keep having to film this video again. Apparently I just can't get it right. All right. I had a bunch of scraps left over from a project I was working on, and some of these scraps, some of this paper came out of the hoard vault, and I didn't want to waste them. I had, some pretty good pieces left. So I took a composition book. This is one that I had cut down at the office supply store. I got that idea from my pal Roxy here on YouTube, Roxy Fur. She made some really cute small journals for a craft fair, and she had the office supply store cut them across the width, and so they were short and wide. They're really cute. So I bought some and I had them cut them down to 5.5 inches. Now I don't remember what the original width is, but they took off a couple inches, and they're 9 3/4 tall. So what I've done is, with some of those scraps, they were in strips already, and then I just shortened them and varied the width and how tall they were, and I just glued them all down to the cover randomly, both front and back. And then I took some acrylic paint. This is Buttercream Luxe Craft. I bought it at Joann's, and this is the bisque color. And just with my finger, I ran some paint across the seams, where the different patterns met. And when that was dried, I took my walnut stain distress ink pad and just ran it across the edges. So that's what I've done so far. I still need to title it, embellish it, add some trim and ribbon, which I will show you what my original one looks like. I had a couple pieces of pattern paper that I just cut in half, and I used for the inside cover, both front and back. I just glued it down. That's what I've done. And then I'll just run through a few pages. I'm only about halfway through, and I'll just show you what I'm doing. So I took a couple pages, glued them together, and then that's where I will add either my tip in or my pocket or whatever I'm using to embellish. And then I'll skip like anywhere from 2 to 4 pages, and I'll do it again, glue 2 together and add something. So this is just a pocket from that scrap paper, another tip in, let's see, a tag with a cutout, something I printed. Another tip in, a pocket. This is just using a number 10 envelope. Everyone does this. I sealed it, trimmed off the top, and folded in half, and just embellished it, and then punched out a little notch, and then sandwiched it between those 2 sheets. Added felt flowers, Be Faithful. This is a little print and cut from the Cricut Imagine back in the day when that machine was still out. You can still do print and cuts on the Cricut Design Space, but I had these in my stash, and I'm also trying to use up a bunch of little die cuts and punches, and you collect all that little ephemera, so I'm trying to use it up. There's another tip in. I had a big sheet, a big scrap piece of paper, so I just added a little bit of floral paper and zigzag machine stitched it and then taped it in. This is a mini file folder. I just did some more strips of that paper. I had a bunch of titles printed out. This one says Top Secret Stuff. I just glued it down, added a little flower, and another of those sheets of paper, another tip in, and that's all I have done so far. but it's coming along nicely. And as soon as it's all completed, I will share it again in another video. All right, so this big guy right here is my original, very first one that I made, and it is from back in 2011. Excuse me. I created it using a tutorial from Tangie Baxter, and I will link the video down below. And it's just a plain old composition book, and you cover it just like I showed you, alter it. This one I added ribbon, lace and trim, and then tied it with a bunch of different ribbons in the center to keep it all together. And I titled it The Bean Chronicles. My dad always called me Bean, and so that's why I have that. Yeah, it's gotten really nice and fat and chunky, and I would open it, but I have filmed this video so many times because I have always managed to open it in trying to show you something and flip to a page that I don't want anyone to read. So I just wanted you to get the gist of it. You know, it has tabs, and I just love it. I absolutely love it. So that one that I just showed you will end up looking like this beautiful fat chunky beast. Okay, now we have another one that I created, and this one I made in 2011. No, excuse me, 2016. The one I just showed you was 2011. I created this journal, again, using a composition book, and right before I was done with it, I bought a magazine, a Flow magazine, and it had an article titled 210 Questions to Ask Yourself. So when I was wondering what I was going to do with this book, I thought, you know what? I'm in my year 49. I would be turning 50 in February of 2017. I thought, you know what? I'm going to answer all those questions. I'm going to fill this book up. I think that would be a great project. By the time I turn 50, I'll have, all this self-reflection, answered all these questions. Well, epic fail. I'm only on question number 62. But let me tell you why. Some of the questions were very easy to answer. Some really required a lot of self-reflection, and some were just darn right painful to answer. They brought up memories, or they really challenged me in how I actually thought I'd be able to answer that question, and it wasn't easy. So here it sits. Well, I thought it would be a great idea for 2019 to, one, finish this book, but for two is I had, number two is to share those questions with all of you. I had a lot of people ask about the magazine. I had a lot of people ask for the questions. Well, 210 questions is a lot to type somewhere, or, photocopy, or however I could have gotten it to anybody. That was too hard. So I thought for 2019, I'll do a little series, and in each video, keep it really short and sweet, pop up 10 questions, 1 through 10, or even 1 through, 19, and then so on and so forth. So what do you guys think? These questions are really good. I'm just going to read a couple of them, and I'm going to move my book because, like I said, I keep managing to open it up to things I don't want people to see. Okay, we'll just start with question number 1. Who do you get on with best? Then you answer. When was the last time you did something for the first time? Do you cry easily in front of others? Who did you last kiss? When do you most feel like your mother? What's the first thing you do in the morning? What character trait would you like to have? So see, some of them are really insightful. Look at this one, number 20. What has made you doubt yourself? Holy smokes. So some of them haven't been easy. Some are just simple, boom, answered. And others are ouch, I got to think about this. So number 62 is, who are you angry with? Well, when I started writing this, I was angry with my brother. And this really made me self-reflect because I'm a Christian, and you can't have anger and unforgiveness in your heart. So I really had to think about it. I had to pray about it. I had to look at myself and look at the part I played. And so I let that go. I'm not angry with him anymore. sadly he's still angry with me, but that's okay. That'll pass. It'll work out. But see, I just got stumped right here. I just didn't answer it. So I think that in doing a little video series and sharing the questions with all of you would really help me and encourage me to finish this book. So if you think it's a good idea, please leave me your comments down below, your suggestions. If you like it, just add if you have anything to say, and yeah, leave me some comments. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I look forward to sharing this journal with you once it's done. And I hope you liked it. I hope you liked what I shared with you tonight. So have a great weekend, and until next time, I will catch you in the next video. Bye.